Well, good afternoon once again, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Craig. I am one of your recovery coaches here at Capital Recovery Center, and today is our all recovery meeting. It starts at 1 every Thursday. We would like to bring you some great information concerning recovery. And so today, what I would like to talk about why structure and routine are important in recovery. Let me read that again. Why structure and routine are important in recovery. And I thought that was is a valid question because we talk about all recovery, many pathways to recovery, but on the flip side of it, I want to talk about the benefits of structure and routine and recovery. Because sometimes I meet people and I introduce or I try to encourage them to take part in some type of group setting where they can get some coping skills for whatever stage of recovery that they're in. And they sometimes I hear I'm programmed out, and so I want to just shed some light on that there is some benefits in utilizing the coping skills that you may have learned, whether it be in residential treatment, IOP, OP. IOP stands for intensive outpatient, OP is outpatient, and residential treatment is where you go into a group setting and reside. And so let's talk about the benefits of structure and routine and recovery. By the way, this article is brought to you by gatewayfoundation.org. This article, once again, is brought to you by gatewayfoundation.org. And it says the benefit of structure and routine and recovery. Structure and routine can help you throughout your recovery journey in several ways. Creating and sticking to a schedule can provide a stabilizing force, help you develop self-control, improve your mental health, keep you engaged, and improve your physical health. All right, and so we're going to talk about several of these benefits. And so the first one we'd like to talk about is it helps you establish a new normal. All right, the article says it helps you establish a new normal. So in order to establish a new normal, you must be coming out of old normal. So we want to talk about a new normal. So it says beginning a recovery journey can be a scary new step for many people struggling with an addiction. Getting used to a new routine can replace your feelings of fear with feelings of stability. Routine provides a sense of security when your life may feel like it's been turned upside down or when you feel especially vulnerable. Okay? And so routines can help you establish security when you have been feeling unstable for so long, or your world has been unstable for so long. Developing new habits can help you feel like you're replacing your substance use disorder with new healthy practices. One study found that it took 66 days on average for people to form habits that became an automatic part of their routine. And so for all those who don't know about recovery, sometimes it may take more than 28 days or a month, 5 to 7 days detox and maybe 30 days of residential treatment. It extends more than that. And so the article says one study found that it took 66 days on average for people to form habits that became an automatic part of their routine. So it's an extended care. You may find that after your first 2 months of sobriety, your new routine begins to feel more instinctive and familiar. All right? It says your new routine may become or feel more instinctive and familiar. Let's talk about the second one, the benefits, structure and routine and recovery. And it says, the second one says, it helps you, that's the first one. Let's go to the second one. That's the one I'm looking for. It helps you exercise self-control. That's so important. Recovering from a substance use disorder is not simply a matter of willpower. Addiction is a disease that must be treated properly. After the initial stages of addiction recovery, self-control becomes an important component of your long-term success. Let me read that again. After the initial stages of addiction recovery, self-control becomes an important component of your long-term success. Temptation will come, and when it does, self-discipline can help you resist. And so these are some coping tools that I want to share with you, or some familiar terms of what you may come up against, and be familiar that things going to happen in your life, and that we need some coping skills and some self-control to counter any trigger, urges, or cravings that we may encounter. Self-control isn't something you can muster up whenever needed. It's more like a muscle you can exercise. According to psychologists, this is encouraging to people in recovery because it means you can build up willpower so it's there when you need it. Resisting the urge to stay in bed too late or eat an unhealthy snack at night can help you be better prepared to resist the temptation to use drugs or alcohol. And so that's why it's so important to be a part of some type of self-help group, whether AA or NA, or whatever form of recovery that you may be in. Find somewhere that can teach you better coping skills of how to have self-control, learning how to resist urges when they arrive, all right? And so it says, number 3, let's talk about number 3, because I think that's important as well. And I want to get into that one. It can improve your self-esteem and mental health, all right? And so the benefits of structure and routine and recovery, it can improve your self-esteem and mental health. This is so key here. Self-esteem issues can contribute to and result from a substance use disorder. A comprehensive approach to addiction recovery should include therapy to help people address these root issues and encourage healthier self-talk. In addition to therapy, establishing constructive routines can be an excellent way to help people improve their mental health and raise their self-esteem. Consider the confidence boost you feel when you get up early to exercise or when you reach a goal you've been striving towards. Lots of little victories in adhering to a schedule can help you feel in control and accomplished. These positive feelings can help tremendously when you're experiencing a new level of vulnerability and giving up substances you may have relied on to mask or forget self-esteem issues. And so it says it can improve the benefits of structure and routine. It can improve your self-esteem and mental health. And so a lot of times when people that use or abuse substances or have substance use disorders, a lot of times they think that just the only thing that they have to address. And little unbeknown to so many people that they may be suffering from a whole host of mental illness that they don't even realize that they may have until they get the proper evaluation. And so the article says sometimes people they mask their mental illness, and so therefore their self-esteem uh, become lower than before, and so they feel that by using drugs it builds up their confidence, but it only just uh, having you just only uh, you're only masking the drugs of the core issue or the root issue that you may be dealing with. And so until you can deal with the first one, and that is the substance use disorder, that's in order. First, you have to address that, and then the mental health, if you have a mental health. So I just said that so that you'll be aware and be mindful that it's not all about substance use. That sometimes there are some underlying issues. Some people can be suffering from depression. Some people can be suffering from anxiety. Some people can be suffering from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. So there's a host of things. And so let's talk about number 4, the benefits of structure and routine and recovery, because we want to address some of the issues, because a lot of times we don't have the proper tools, or we don't know the wherewithal of what we should be looking for, or how to combat these temptations when they arrive. Number 4 says it helps you avoid boredom. And so the benefits of structure and routine, it helps you avoid boredom. Another way structure promotes long-term sobriety is in preventing boredom, an issue that can trigger a relapse. A feeling of aimlessness can motivate a person to look to drugs or alcohol as an activity to fill their time or add excitement to their days. A lack of structure with too much free time creates a dangerous dynamic for people in recovery. Let me read that again. A lack of structure with too much free time creates a dangerous dynamic for people in recovery. And so I believe that a lot of times most people who don't find a structured routine within their lifestyle uh, can veer off into the wrong path. And so it's important that we find some type of structure within our lives that keep us on what we call the straight and narrow. And so, and if, like the article says, too much free time can lead us to veer off into activities that can cause us to go down a slippery slope. All right. It says if you use substance to combat boredom in the past, it's especially critical you create a schedule that will help you avoid long stretches of time with nothing to do. A schedule for sobriety should include constructive habits like attending therapy sessions, along with fun activities like hobbies. Staying busy can help you improve your life in many ways and actively avoid the circumstances that could trigger a relapse. I remember one time I was in a TC program, therapeutic community program, and I remember talking to one of the supervisors. I was part of the top 5 house. I was the house coordinator, and the supervisor explained. He told me. He says he told me one day. He says, why do you think that people in recovery stay so busy? And I was like, well, I don't know. I'm in recovery too. So why do people stay in recovery? He said, if you notice it now, people in recovery stay busy so that so that their mind don't be stayed on their addiction. And so a lot of times boredom could set in. At the time, I didn't know what he was talking about, but now I understand that, when you see people in recovery, we are always finding new ways to reinvent ourselves. We're finding new ways to improve our lives because we don't want to become stagnant as before. So we don't want to allow boredom to set in, so we stay active and keep moving. And so that I encourage that for anyone that's watching this segment right here. So let's go to number 5. We just did number 4. Let's go to number 5. And number 5 says, the benefits of structure and routine and recovery, it can improve your physical health. So important. All right. It says, when you adopt a more constant schedule, you may notice your physical health improves. A better sleep schedule alone can make a significant difference in your energy levels during the day and your overall health. During the first week of sobriety, especially, insomnia can be a common issue. Practicing good sleep hygiene during recovery can help you overcome that initial insomnia and start enjoying restful nights. Better eating habits and exercise can also help improve your health. People who have dealt with a substance use disorder often have other co-occurring health conditions, such as diabetes or hypertension. Let me read that again because that's so important. People forget that, when you're out there using and not eating right, not sleeping right, not exercising, our physical health has a deterioration, not only our mental health, but also our physical health. It says people who have dealt with a substance use disorder often have other co-occurring health conditions, such as diabetes or hypertension. A healthy diet and exercise can help with these conditions. Improving your physical health can also help reverse some of the aging effects of drugs or alcohol, helping you feel more youthful and vibrant. All right? And so the article says once you begin to eat right, exercise more, you become to feel more youthful and vibrant. Who don't want to feel more youthful and vibrant? And so I encourage you to take some of these benefits or utilize some of these benefits of structure, routine, and recovery. Now, another topic I want to talk about today is key components of a schedule for sobriety. Maintaining a schedule during recovery can help you along your journey. But what should this schedule look like? Well, what should this schedule look like? That answer might look different for each person. This is why it's important to discuss your schedule with the counselor who can help you determine what routines will be most beneficial to you. Some components of a healthy routine include, and remember, I am a recovery coach. I am not a counselor. I am not a therapist. I am not a sponsor. But we do here at Capital Recovery, we do assist with management recovery plans. And what that is different, totally different from a treatment plan. If you've ever been in treatment before, they do assessment, they give you a treatment plan. Here we give you a recovery management recovery plan, and that is we give you capital recovery, and we're here to empower you with some life lesson tools to help you navigate through a lot of barriers. So just want to remind those who may be watching this for the first time, or those who have been watching it for on several occasions and may not know exactly what a recovery coach does. And so I am a peer recovery coach. I'm not just a recovery coach. I am a peer recovery coach. All right. So let's talk about key components of a scheduled sobriety. There's several bullets here, and the first one talks about sleep. All right. It says having a regular bedtime and wake up time in place can help your body get in tune with your circadian rhythm or internal clock. This can help you sleep better at night and feel more rested during the day. Proper sleep always allow your body to restore itself physically and mentally. All right. It said the next bullet talks about exercise. Exercise is an important means of maintaining physical fitness and overall health. Research also demonstrates that exercise can help a person maintain their sobriety. You don't need to spend all your time at the gym, not all your time, some of your time. Simply incorporating some exercise into your daily and weekly routine is a smart move. And so a lot of people frown upon exercise. They may feel that it's too extraneous, or they may feel that they don't have the to get up and go out and go to a gym and do some exercise. It ain't all about lifting weights. It ain't all about doing a whole lot of push-ups. If you're able to do some jumping jack, if you're able to walk, if you're able to do some stretching, if you're able to just get a basketball and just shoot a couple of shots at the rim, get moving, because it's so important. And remember, I read it earlier, it says, if you want to feel youthful and vibrant, all right? And so take that into consideration. The next bullet talks about key components of a schedule for sobriety is personal hygiene. This is so key. This is so key because when we're out there using and abusing those drugs, a lot of times we neglect some of these most important bullets that I'm going over, and that is personal hygiene. Basic hygiene is like bathing and brushing, flossing your teeth. Should have a place in your daily routine. But you don't have to stop there. Consider scheduling time for a relaxing bubble bath every now and then, or adopting a regular skincare routine. That sounds good. Anything that helps you feel your best. I like this one because a lot of times even when we those who not in recovery, we be constantly doing the hustle and bustle, busy lives, going here, picking kids up from school, taking them to dance practice, football game, basketball, soccer practice, things of that nature. Sometimes, like the article says, treat yourself. Treat yourself to a nice bubble bath, or skincare, or schedule a nice massage. And so things of that nature, so treat yourself to something nice. Don't cheat yourself. Now, don't get the $2 massage. Go get yourself something nice and decent. All right. The other one bullet talks about healthy meals. This is very important. Eating nutritious meals at regular times can go a long way toward helping you restore your health. If you had unhealthy eating habits before, you may need to learn about nutrition and get some help planning meals so you don't end up defaulting to unhealthy habits. All right? And so let's go on. Let's keep going because there's a lot of bullets that we need to cover, and I think we'll be able to get through this in enough time. Support meetings. In the early days of your recovery, treatment will be an important part of your days. Even when you normally finish receiving treatments for your addiction, you still need ongoing support. Attending addiction recovery support meeting is an important part of a routine for anyone in recovery. Now, a lot of times when people come on from recovery, from residential treatment, or they're in the early stage of recovery, they're working on not only just restoring their lives or IDs and restoring their health, getting a job, getting a bank account, getting apartment, things of that nature. You may say, well, I might not have enough time to squeeze a meeting in. So that's why we have these uh, virtual hybrid meetings so that you can do it online. It's about a 30-minute session. Just attend somebody. I encourage you to attend somebody's support meeting. If it don't take all day, but if you're able to make it to a support group physically, I advise you to go physically because there's nothing like sharing your story with someone in the group or hearing someone's story because you never know. A story can bring some encouragement to someone's life, can make a difference, can cause that person to think upon how they could better improve on their lives, better improve their relationships with others. And so I advise you to get involved with some type of support group. All right, say work. If you have a job, you also need to build your schedule around your work commitments. The same is true if you are a student. If your addiction prevented you from holding a job or attending school before, but you're now able to work, a routine will help you find the right balance between work and personal life. And so it's very important to have routine. So we're talking about structures. We're talking about structure and routine. These two are so vital and important for those who are in recovery because a lot of times we oftentimes relapse because we don't have these two key ingredients, and that is structure and routines. Because if we don't stay focused, it's easy to slip through the cracks. All right, and it says chores. Daily and weekly chores are a normal part of life, but they can become overwhelming when you don't factor them into your routine. Consider making checklists for basic tasks like taking out the trash or sweeping. When you complete a chore, you can check it off and feel a sense of accomplishment. All right, and so here's another bullet that talks about spiritual practices. Recovery should involve your whole person. We like to say here, holistic aspect of recovery. And so it says recovery should involve your whole person. That means you should commit to your spiritual and emotional well-being in ways that are meaningful to you. This may include religious reading or prayer, meditation, inspirational reading, journaling, or time spent in nature. Identifying activities you find restorative and consider trying something new that others recommend for spiritual fulfillment. Okay, hobbies and fun activities. Let's talk about that. A routine shouldn't be all work and no play. If you have hobbies that fell to the wayside during your addiction, it's time to get back into these hobbies. Or maybe it's time to try a new hobby. If you always want to learn to play an instrument, for example, make lessons a part of your new routine. If you're a person who likes to draw, if you're a person who like the arts and crafts, or if a person who like to play sports, find something that can give you some type of structure and a routine. And like the article said, recovery is not all about work, 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 work. You can have a great, great time in recovery, but you have to have some type of structure, routine, something that fits your identity. All right. And the last one, bullet talks about social time. Social time with friends and family can enrich a person's life greatly and provide vital support during recovery. However, it's important to note you should only spend social time with supportive friends and family who are not using substances. It's very key here. Let me read that again. Social time. However, it's important to note you should only spend social time with supportive friends and family who are not using substances. Otherwise, here you go, you could increase your risk of relapse. And so that's very, very, very important. And so I want to read the last part that I have here. Let me see. And that is, we're going to close out with this, the challenges of maintaining routines. All right? And so that is the state hygiene or recovery. And that the last part we're going to talk about is challenges of maintaining routines. All right? And so if Mike was here, he probably liked that because he liked that word, maintain. You know, he talked about that a lot. So it's all right to start the process, but the key is to maintain. All right? And so it said many people know how beneficial the right routine can be in helping them achieve their goals and lead happier, healthier lives, whether they're in recovery or not. So why do so many people struggle to stick to a schedule? Why? Developing new habits is hard. It takes time to feel comfortable in a new routine. And you're bound to deviate from time to time as you adjust. It's another word I might like. Just. Minor adjustment. You may stay up too late one day or watch too much TV over the weekend. It's important to have grace for yourself in these moments and to focus on all your successes. Celebrate your victories, whether they're small, medium, or large. Celebrate them, because have an accomplishment. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't let nobody tell you that you haven't made strides. You have to encourage yourself and say, yes, I am on the right track. I am going to utilize the benefits that at least some of the benefits that we're talking about today. All right? And it says, many people set unrealistically high expectations for themselves. And when they fail to meet these expectations, they give up entirely. This can happen when you try to fit too much into your daily schedule and don't allow yourself any flexibility. All right? Don't put too much on yourself that you become overwhelmed. And don't allow failures to be the end of your dreams. Because a lot of times failure is only a testament of how you can become better in your journey. So don't allow certain setbacks, let your setbacks be your motivation, your boost to keep moving forward. Once again, my name is Craig. I'm the recovery coach here at Capital Recovery Center. This is our all recovery meeting, and today we was talking about why structure and routine are important in recovery and the benefits of structure and routine in recovery. Y'all stay blessed, and I'll see you on the next go round. All right. See you.